All right, coming up, we have a very, very big fight. This one's at 145 pounds. It is between Brandon White with the HIT Training Center and Tony Rogers III, Full Circle Martial Arts. This one, I don't know what to expect with this one,
Well,
Casey.
it was fireworks last night at the weigh-ins. Tony Rogers being Tony Rogers, but you know Brandon White coming out of Blake Gross's HIT Squad Academy. This team knows how to bang. They know how to throw leather, and man, I don't know what to expect other than fireworks.
Yeah, you know, Brandon White is one of those guys that hits hard. He is a hard physical striker. Tony Rogers III, you don't know what to expect. He's got kicks coming from every angle possible. This one is definitely going to be lightning. You don't want to miss it. Coming up right now at 145 pounds between Brandon White and Tony Rogers III.
The following bout is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the USFFC featherweight division. Introducing first the man fighting out of the Excel Fitness blue corner. He represents Full Circle Martial Arts and steps inside the cage this evening with a record of 5 victories opposite a single defeat. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at an even 145 pounds. Fighting out of Marshall, North Carolina, Tony the Tyrant Rogers. The opposition awaits across the cage and fights out of the U.S. Army red corner. He represents HIT Training Center and steps inside the cage with a record of 1-0. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in officially at an even 146 pounds. Fighting out of Anderson, South Carolina, Brandon White.
Brandon White, Tony Rogers.
Your
It's about to get
referee,
interesting.
Justin Brown.
I predict high-flying strikes. I predict early action. I don't think there's going to be any call for timidity in this one. Here we go. The glove touch. Leg kick from Tony Rogers to kick things off. No pun intended. Another one. Returns fire from Brandon White. Brandon bouncing around, eats a leg kick.
And that's one thing that Tony Rogers is known for is the feinting, the juking and the jiving. Again, Brandon White, very smash mouth. Great head movement, but very deliberate in that he's coming forward to smash you. Oh, nice teep there by Brandon White.
Knocks him back a couple of feet. Tony Rogers responds back, fires a leg kick, misses. 1-2, misses its mark for Tony Rogers. Brandon White counters well. Another strong leg kick from Tony Rogers. So far, that's been the his butter move so far. Another one. You can see a little bit of red forming on the knee of Brandon White.
Brandon White keeping that left hand low, possibly looking to draw the straight right.
Oh, what a
hard.
strong leg kick from Brandon White. Tony
Rogers
fire.
choosing to fire back, delivers an overhand right of his own.
Both these guys very skilled. Both these guys very technical with their stand-up. A lot of respect being shown right now, and punches.
Another big shot by Tony White. He is, as we mentioned, so unorthodox.
Strong leg kick, Brandon White landing those. That's going to add up. He kicked, Tony checks it well.
Oh, that shot, it's taking its toll. Those leg kicks are going to take their toll, but look at the leg of Brandon White.
Great counter shot from Brandon White, and another one. Brandon White doing a great job of countering.
This is a tremendous fight here.
It really is.
Tremendous fight.
Brandon White doing a great job of measuring that punch, leading out of its distance and
lands
countering
another
perfectly.
right kick to the back of the leg of Brandon White. Brandon White with a big right hand to follow it up. Wow. Tony Rogers delivering back with some verbal abuse.
Man.
A la Nick Diaz, North Carolina style.
Goes the leg kick of his own. It lands to the knee.
Now, I will say that Brandon White definitely throws more bump on his leg kick, but Tony Rogers is very durable in taking them, and he's delivering his own.
Tony Rogers landed a great push kick to the chin, but Brandon Rogers fired right back with another leg kick to the lead, catches a kick, knee.
Oh, that was to the face.
Yeah,
Tony Rogers drawing the foul there. And you've got to watch. In one aspect, Tony, he ducked down. He caught the shot. He ducked down. Brandon White may not have been attempting to throw the knee to the face, but it did happen. It was unintentional, and so he's going to get a rest there. That might be a break for Tony Rogers.
Yeah, just for the record, knees to the head not allowed in the amateur division. So, an accidental strike, back to the cage, center of the cage they go. Head kick from Brandon White. Wow.
And Tony Rogers fires back. Brandon White looking great, but Tony Rogers undeterred at the same time. Again, even verbally blasting Brandon White in the middle of that fight.
Wow. Round number 2 underway. Here we go.
Oh, nice shot by Brandon White to sit and fire back does Tony Rogers.
Wow.
Brandon White with beautiful right kick. That was unanswered.
When you punch or kick Tony, it just makes him mad and he fires back even harder.
Oh, a little cut forming over the left eye of Brandon White. Another big right hand by Tony Rogers. Brandon White back in his face again.
Good body kicks from Brandon White. Trying to dodge that leg kick. You can tell Brandon's lead leg has, that definitely
completely
hurt.
misses that spinning kick and gets a hard kick to his left leg for his efforts here. And again, Tony White, unrelenting. A beautiful kick and then a jab to follow it up.
Wow, what an incredible fight.
This fight is delivering much more even than I expected.
You wonder about Brandon White and how have those leg kicks affected him.
Oh, nice head kick there by Tony Rogers.
What a war these two guys are in right here. And leg kick from Tony Rogers.
This is a real fight. Now Tony Rogers needs to keep that left hand up, though.
Brandon White with good punches.
Brandon White. He's firing off.
Biting down on the mouthpiece and swinging is Tony Rogers. Leg kick. Wow. I mean, these guys just don't stop with the combos. Straight punches. Head kick from Rogers finds its mark. Doesn't slow Brandon White down too much, though. He plods forward.
Oh, that's a beautiful body shot there, and that's what I'm seeing is, the shots of Brandon White seem to be landing with a little more force, even though Tony Rogers is taking them well, but Tony Rogers continues to come forward. He lands his own combinations, which score also.
Now Brandon White starting to favor his back leg, definitely trying to avoid getting kicked in his lead leg some. Good counter punches.
That was a gorgeous combination. I actually saw Brandon White on a video doing that exact combo, and now he's making it work here inside the cage. This is just the second round. We've got, that was a big shot! That's a big shot, he tries to kick! Brandon White!
Tony Rogers with a clean 1-2, dropping his man. Brandon White doing a great job of collecting himself.
Wow!
Now Brandon White with an advantageous position. Looking for the
20
takedown
seconds in the round. Brandon White needs to complete this takedown because that shot may have just turned the tide in this fight.
Wow, seconds remain here. Tony Rogers leg kick, covering up, eating combinations. And I am almost...
And he continues to deliver those leg kicks. Going into the third, what are we going to see here? I am so excited, so unexpected to see how passionate this fight has become.
Man, what an incredible fight. Brandon has landed his shots. Tony's landed his shots. I think Tony might be the more fresh of the two, though. I can't tell for sure. Right there, Brandon's proving me wrong, throwing some hard shots to the head, knees to the body. And Tony's just a tornado of violence.
Oh, here we go, Brandon White. Brandon White looking to take it into his range. Beautiful shots there by Brandon. Again, looking for the takedown.
And he gets it. No, he doesn't. Sprawled by Tony Rogers. However, Brandon White now has control of the top of his opponent's head, throwing knees. Tony Rogers moving forward, looking to block them.
You definitely know that Revolution is in the corner. Blake Grice
saying, get it to the ground, man. Cement this fight. That's what you need to do, but unable to do so.
Wow, 2 minutes remain. Who wants it more? Who can dig deeper into the well to find the strength they need to finish this off? Both men are tired. Both men have been through a lot. Less than 2 minutes
White,
remain.
here he goes one more time. Looking for that takedown.
Sprawled by Tony Rogers. It looks like, no, it's not. He gets him.
Not quite, not quite. Almost there. Tony Rogers continues to fight it. Brandon White moving to the back, possibly.
Tony controlling his opponent's wrist, not letting him punch him. No, there he eats a shot.
Tony Rogers continues to climb up that cage. Brandon White giving everything he has, looking for the guillotine possibly.
Standing guillotine from Brandon White. Can he get him? No, not yet. Tony Rogers in the close
It looks pretty
guard.
deep
It looks
there.
tight.
Can Tony Rogers escape? Tony Rogers with the thumb up.
Yep, giving the ref the thumbs up. Tony Rogers not willing to go quietly.
Brandon White pulling.
1 minute left. He is squeezing, and he's out.
Now Tony Rogers is on top of Brandon White.
Less than a minute remains in this epic showdown at 145 pounds between Brandon White and Tony Rogers III.
Now how does this score? You've got Brandon White on his back. If he remains on his back for the remaining 40 seconds, then how did the judges see this? And could in that second round, could it have been scored a 30 or a 10-8 because of the knockdown?
Oh man, there's not much time left in this matchup.
Less than 30 seconds.
Brandon White on his back, Tony Rogers.
I know Brandon White looking for a sub, looking to move those hips. Tony Rogers keeping very, very tight.
Not much damage landed, but still a
It's
positional
anybody's
dominance.
guess as to who takes this thing.
Punches from Tony Rogers to the body. This match is over.
Wow, what a fight. Wow, Tony Rogers with his hands raised in front of Brandon White. No love even in the closing moments here.
Nope, those two guys exchanged some words after the end of the fight. I think both feel like they won. Tony throwing his hands up, Brandon doing the same thing.
Tony Rogers, nobody's sweetheart here in this crowd. It's definitely a pro Brandon White crowd, but I am a huge fan of both of these men following this fight. It was a tremendous outing.
We go to the judges' scorecards for the decision. Judges 1 and 2 scored this bout 29-28. Judge 3 scores the bout 30-27 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Brandon White.
Well, unanimous decision for Brandon White.
All right, I'm here with a bloodied yet victorious Brandon White, man. You came out here in front of your hometown, all your fans, and delivered, but it did not come easy. Talk about this fight.
Man, I thought I'd be able to drop him, but it was tough. And I just had to listen to my corners, and when they told me to take down, I knew I had to win it by that.
You know, you came out, you definitely delivered what appeared to be the more powerful shots, that traditional Thai boxing. But Tony White was Tony Rogers was unrelenting. He did land the leg kicks. And while they may not have been as effective, you still have some marks on those legs to show it. And he did land that big shot in the second that appeared to drop you. That must have been a crucial moment.
Yeah, I mean, I need to be in better shape. I was tired and he caught me, and I just went back to wrestling at that point. I mean, I'll feel it tomorrow, I'm sure.
Now, that being said, you got through it on all the scorecards. You are the winner. Like I said, you do have a cut. Let's talk about your team a little bit. I saw you over there. I saw Cody Freeland. I saw Jimmy Fowler. I know Blake Grice is right there in your heart. Talk about your team and talk about your training.
I mean, I train with the best around. I mean, the guys at Revolution and Hit. I can't get any better sparring partners. You know, I'm just proud, to have all these supporters here for me.
You took some time off, but you've shown here tonight that you are battle tested. You can really go out there and truly do it. Do you feel that you should be in title contention here in the U.S. Freedom Fighter?
Yeah, I mean, next fight I'll be in a lot better shape, and a lot more technical, so I think the next fight when I do fight for the title will be a good one.
All right, everybody, please put your hands together for your winner, Brandon White.